Hello, you 480 wonderful people. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, and thank you everyone that has engaged. But let's go ahead and talk about, because this story does not end, the development of what everyone, because literally everyone and their mother, including Will Smith's own mother, is making comments about what is going on. So what is everyone saying, and how is this actually going to play out? I didn't think that, honestly, there would be as much backlash to Will Smith as there is. I thought it was going to be very divided between people thinking that Chris Rock went too far and he deserves something, and that Will Smith is a very beloved icon, and so because of that, we should all say that it's not good, but find a way to kind of get past this as smoothly as possible, acknowledging that it's not going to be smooth. But everyone, like, we've got Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, James Corden, Whoopi Goldberg. In terms of the comedians, Ricky Gervais had the best response. He is still the GOAT.
Particularly for his wife, and she's got alopecia, so not a happy home life.
Really, all comedians essentially coming out and being like, look, there is a line. If you don't like a joke, then you have your power and you can say that if you don't like it, and we'll judge you for how you say that. And if you come across as a baby because you can't take a joke, as a millionaire, you can't take a joke at you for everyone else's expense that's watching this award show. I am honestly fully behind people saying that Will Smith was being a huge child over this situation, because honestly, that's what I think this came across as. But I think the comment that has so far been the best one, meaning that it's the one that I think gets to the heart of how this Will Smith scenario is actually going to affect the public's perception in the long term, is what Jim Carrey said. I was sickened by the standing ovation. Hollywood is just spineless en masse, and it really felt like this is a really clear indication that we are not the cool club anymore. I have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. That insult is going to last a very long time. If you want to yell from the audience and show disapproval or say something on Twitter, that's fine, but you don't have to walk right up on stage and smack someone in the face because they said words. The slap came out of nowhere because Will has something going on inside him that's frustrated. I wish him the best. I have nothing against Will Smith. He's done great things, but that was not a good moment. It cast a shadow over everyone's shining moment last night. It was a selfish moment. I feel like it's important hearing this from Jim Carrey. Again, it's not because it's from this person, although he obviously had his own kind of breakdown with the system. So there's a little bit of insight there, because obviously not a lot of people get to that point. But I think this was important because I think this is more what everyone is feeling around this. The Oscars are going to continue to be on TV, it seems, for a few years at least. I would say we have a few years at least. But in terms of their importance, before this award show, the Oscars had lost so much respect. So even people that really love movies, they had to admit that this does not carry the amount of weight that it used to in the culture. Good or bad, that's just where we are. From what happened last night, this was showing this event is ideally supposed to be people putting their best foot forward, and people have been frustrated in the last few decades because it hasn't lived up to that. What happened that day was showing the essential hypocrisy that goes on in Hollywood. It's a very strange industry where you have to, everyone knows to a degree you're being fake in some way, and this was too obvious and too visceral, too angry of a moment to kind of knock everyone awake to pretty much having not admit what the Oscars have become, but pretty much be resigned to the fact it's like, yeah, we don't care anymore. We don't really care about the movies that are coming out in the way that we used to. This no longer serves the role in the culture that it used to. And Will Smith has kind of woken everyone up to that. And that is why it is going to be very difficult for Will Smith to come back from this. Because look, he'll probably come back to a degree where, he's not going to be arrested or anything like that. That's not what we're talking about. In the same way with Alec Baldwin, we're not talking about if he's going to go to jail or things like that. What is your public image going to be? Because in some ways, a lot of the people, I'm not talking about canceled, but people that get canceled, they do something where you lose respect to them and you can't get the roles anymore. You're just not going to be hired. It's just a traditional, like, hey, you're fired type thing. This is like, you're a joke. You've become a joke now. And that is something that's tough to come back from, because even if you apologize, all the apologies that you do, you're still, this joke is hilarious. He's made himself a joke. And in making himself a joke, it's kind of become a meta conversation. He's kind of made everyone else realize, oh, this whole thing's a joke. The whole thing's a joke. Please subscribe to the Patreon that we have created. It's $5 a month. You can support. You can become a member. You can see further episodes for the content that we're putting out. And please also on YouTube subscribe to 5 Minute Critic for future updates on reviews and movie news.